Alright, so this time I'm going to tie a wolf, and this one's going to be a sort of a white grizzly wolf. So I have a size 10 B175 in here. I'm just using black silk again. I'll take that down to the bend. Now, a lot of people don't like tying wolves, but it just takes a little bit of practice. So tail and wing on this, we're going to use natural squirrel. So I'm just going to take a little bunch out of the tail, and it's up to yourself how neat or otherwise you want this to be. I've seen pictures of the original wolves and wings out to here and tails out to here sort of job, and they weren't tamped, whereas a lot of modern ones seem to be very square ending. So I'm going to show you how to do that style. So I've put that little bit of deer hair into the hair stacker. I'm going to set that on top of my hook. Take it back now. I'm using the tail about a body length, but you can, as I said, use much more if you feel like it. So tail out this way, butt ends that. Take this and trim it down at an angle. That means that you get some longer ends, cut ends, and some shorter cut ends, and that will allow you to taper that without a block cut end. Putting a little bit of super glue into that, and then I'm going to wind over it. So as you see, we're getting a little bit of taper coming down here, because we're also going to make the wing out of this. So I'm going to take another bunch, bigger bunch of squirrel this time. I'll cut that off. Now the ends on this are not even. You can tie that in that way if you prefer. Personally, I probably would, but to illustrate both ways, put that into the hair stacker. And when you pull it out of your hair stacker, the ends should be pretty much aligned. Pull that out. You get a neater bunch. Then have to swap that around, which takes a little bit of getting used to. And line it up for length. And maybe a body length or so sticking out the front. Now, a few tight turns, take that down towards the rear. Now, in reverse of what we did before, lift that up, but lay your scissors sort of flattish along the shank of the hook. Cut that up, and again I'm ending up with a sort of tapered cut. And if I take my double needle, put a little bit of super glue on that, and then wind back over that in touch and turns. Now, this sort of hair, because it doesn't compress, can tend to slip around on the hook whenever you tie it in, so the super glue will help to prevent against that. Now, some people do tie wolves like this, with this just sticking straight out, but a lot of people prefer to have the sort of split wing. So what I'm going to do is turn the vise towards myself, and then I'm going to, with my hands, separate out the wing into two roughly even bunches. I'll pull them out sideways, and then I'll put a figure of 8 wrap through them, display it, and you can put wraps and a few wraps in front of it just to lift it up. Now, that's the way I would prefer, but what some people will also do is then to do this, which is to take a wrap around the bunch and another one or two around this other bunch, and then a wrap back onto the body. And if you look at that now, that very much tightens in your bunches and gives you two very distinct wings. So, angle of those is up to yourself. Some people will have them extremely upright and close together. You just pull them up like that. Some people will have them fairly flat out. So, whatever way you do it, I'd pull them into position and then take my super glue on my dubbing needle, and then I just set it down between the two wing bunches. See your little lob in there, and that will set those in whatever position I chose. So that's essentially how you tie the basic form for a wolf. So after that, the colours of them are up to yourself. So this one here, I'm going to take back to the tail. I'm going to make a loop and then tie back over that, and this is what I'm going to use as my rib. Now, for the body, here I'm going to get a little bit of wax and wax our thread. I'm going to take some natural seal, which is a creamy colour, and dub that into a rope. Wrap that forward, add a little bit more. Now, you see I've left quite a bit of space here because a lot of wolves are quite bushy. So now take this loop that we've made, and if we twist that between thumb and forefinger, we'll twist it into a rope, and we can use that to rib our cream body with black ribs. So, hackle wise, this being a sort of a white type wolf, you can use white, you could use grey, you could use a mix of black and white, whatever you want. Here I'm going to use a grizzle. So, for one, to measure it up for size. Nick off the base of the feather and tie that in, leaving my thread at the back of the thorax. You can leave it at the front if you want to wind forward. It is up to yourself. So now I take hackle pliers and wind on our grizzle hackle and break it. So I've come up to the back of my wings, and I just take them out of the way. I'm going to put a couple of turns in front of them, and then I'm going to come backwards again. Get to the rear, I pull whatever fibres are sticking back ways forwards to get them out of the way and put a wrap in behind. Now I'm just going to wrap my tie-in silk through the hackle, and I think that makes it more secure. I'm going to trim off the hackle at the rear. And now it also, I think, makes the head neater because we don't have any actual tying in at the front there. So I just pull my fibres back a bit and make a little head and finish that off. With a couple of half hitches. Force it up in there. Trim that off. And then take our dubbing needle, a little bit of super glue, and just dab that. And because super glue is very runny, it soaks through the thread, hold it in place. And there we have a Grizzle White Wulff. So, as I said, if you want to be extra secure with the hackle, what you could also do is just pull that forward at the tie-in point and then just dab a tiny little super glue just in there. A white Grizzle Wulff.